Well, I don't want to make this video, and I just started one, and then my mom came out and interrupted it, and I can't do it again. He wants me to talk about myself because I said to him, why should anyone listen to me give a Bible study? Like, I'm not a pastor. I've never been to seminary. I haven't even, I'm just not qualified. And he says that I am more than qualified. And since I won't talk about myself very often, I'm just going to tell you why I'm qualified. All right. So I'm not going to go over my life story, but suffice it to say, my main interests all my life were reading and literature, art, culture, like world cultures, God, not religion, but God, and young people. And when I have an interest, it's not a small interest. I go way over the top. So anyway, my career was kind of chosen by God because the school I wanted to go to didn't really offer. I wanted to be a teacher when I was I went back to college when I was 36. And the only major that was reasonable was a social science teacher. And I wanted a degree so badly, I just said, okay, fine, why not? I love the humanities, and the humanities are somewhat related to the social sciences. So anyway, then I found out to become a social science teacher, you need to take tests in many categories to get your license to teach. It's not like English where you get an English test. So for social science, I am licensed to teach U.S. history, world history, economics, government, sociology, psychology, and anthropology. So I'm licensed to teach all those subjects, which actually, between what he needs me to know today and historically, he really did set me up well with a lot of knowledge that has allowed him to be able to reveal revelations and mysteries that required me to have that information. So then I was thinking the other day, there really is a job where women have a huge disadvantage, and that is getting a job as a history or social science teacher. And the reason why is because schools need coaches, and most males who want to coach and do it in a school will go get a degree in teaching history or get their social science degree because that's most in line with their competitive nature and whatnot. So I quickly found out that it was going to be very hard for me to get a job as a female, as a social science teacher. So then I realized what I really wanted to do anyway was be an English teacher. I love literature. So I found out that if I just studied really hard and I took a test, I could also get my license in English. So I did that, and so then I was licensed in all the social sciences, English, public speaking or speech. This dog. So he's not making this easy. I was also married to an Egyptian for 14 years, which gave me huge insight into definitely the Middle Eastern culture. He was Coptic Orthodox Christian. God just wanted his DNA. But I learned a great deal about culture, and especially the Middle East during that time. And then I was an art major and a theater major when I first went to college after high school. So I know a lot about that too. And I've pretty much had a book in my hand most of my life. I just have always had an obsession with reading. So as I'm saying to God, it's kind of scary to listen to someone teach the Bible that really was not trained. And he said, you were trained. I want it read like literature. I said, okay, I guess I am qualified to teach that. I taught English for 9 years, I think. I worked in an urban environment, which gave me more wisdom and knowledge than probably anything I've ever done in my life. And then I moved, my last job was in a suburban environment, which was fascinating to see the difference in human beings and culture. And so I mostly taught to challenge students. That was my passion, was working with kids that didn't have any academic self-confidence and didn't enjoy school. So I really learned how to simplify things. So I hope you enjoy my Bible study. I've never taught like adults, so I don't know if I don't even know if I kept the kids' attention half the time. But anyway, I from this perspective, for the books we're reading, I do believe that what he's asking me to do, that I am legitimately qualified to do so, and to talk about cultures and current events and whatnot. I had someone accuse me the other day of not being educated or knowing anything, and I was like, wait, no, my educational background is pretty broad. I don't know. The older I get, the less I like conversing on a highly intellectual level. Somewhere in the urban environment, I realized that if you just always keep everything real, you just are real. You just tell the truth, and you just, I guess, chew things over when you're learning. I never went into class and felt like I was going to relay information to people. I felt like I was going into class and we were going to discover the wonders of authorship and words and language and all that stuff. I hate grammar, so that's the only thing I hate. It's like math. So if I ever look like an idiot because I don't know some kind of verb conjugation, just let it go. It's not my thing. I did wait tables for more than a decade, so I also got real world experience. That allowed me to raise my son and read a lot. So anyway, I hope that we start this Bible study tomorrow. We're only going to start with the first verse of Proverbs, but I hope that it's interesting, because it's pretty weird. What he's shown me is shocking. So anyway, just if you do feel a little weird, why is this lady who's not a pastor talking about the Bible like she has the right to say whatever she wants? See, I probably wouldn't do this if God wasn't talking to me, because everything I'm going to say is clearly there. Like, it's subtle, but it's so obvious. And I think if I would have just picked the Bible up, I would have noticed some of this because I'm an English teacher. But I don't know. I'm glad God's talking to me. He's guiding my footsteps in this process. And I'm going to offer evidence for pretty much everything I say. So that was his plan, that he has compiled the Bible so strategically that he says it'll prove itself. Anyway, hopefully we'll start in the next day or so. I had to do a lot of research into 1 Kings before I could go too far in Proverbs. I needed some background information. And so anyway, I look forward to our first lesson soon. God bless you all. Amen.